It's a guy by the name of Maytham al Tammar. Who is Maytham al Tammar? Look at his history. Maytham al Tammar's name was Salim. He used to be called as Salim. When the Prophet of God and Amir al-Mu'minin release him, they say, no, your name is actually Maytham. You're Iranian. You're from Iranian origin. Be proud of your Iranian origin. But you know, Maytham is that person who is a lover of Ali ibn Abi Talib alayhi salam. You don't find this love. Sometimes when I look at his life, I pray that may Allah make us lovers like Maytham was. He was absolutely annihilated in the love of Ahlul Bayt. He was absolutely annihilated in the wilaya of Amir al-Mu'minin. This Maytham was given the power to interpret dreams. Who was this Maytham al Tammar? He would sell dates. Look at the story of this. He's in Kufa. Now imagine the master of the world, Amir al-Mu'minin alayhi salam, walking through the bazaar of Kufa. He comes and he sees Maytham. He says, Maytham, why don't you give your family some time? Go and give your family some time. Me, the Khalifa, me, your Imam, will take care of your stall. Imagine that the Imam of the time comes and he sits down and says, Maytham, you go. That's how much love Amir al-Mu'minin had, that he was willing to give his time for the sake of Maytham. One day says to Maytham, Maytham, let's go for a walk. Goes for a walk. As they go for a walk, he says, Maytham, you know you will be killed in my love. Maytham's face goes red. He says, Mawla, in your love? He says, yes. He becomes happy. He says, I accept this. This is an honor for me. He says, Maytham, you see this small tree? You'll be hanged from this tree. And your tongue will be pulled out for my love. You know what happens? Maytham then goes every single day, takes water, pours water. He says, I need to take care of this tree because my master has decreed that I'm going to be hanged from this. 61 AH, he's in Til. Ubaydullah ibn Ziyad later on takes him out. He says, tell me, how has your master said you'll be killed? He says, my master has told me I'll be hung from this tree. He says, whatever happens, don't hang him from this tree. He says, what do you think? My master said to me now I'm going to be hanged. Do you think you're going to stop this? Eventually, Maytham is now propagating the word of Amir al-Mu'minin. Everywhere he goes, all he's saying is Ali this and Ali that. Eventually, Ubaydullah says, hang him from the tree. He's crucified from the tree. They hang him and they cut his guts open and his guts fall out. But at this stage, Maytham is still saying, and a poet says a very beautiful thing. He says, the poet says, he says that when Maytham was on the top being crucified, he says, Maytham is saying, Oh Ali, your dhikr will not stop. I give my tongue that your dhikr will not stop. I give my word. What happens? They come forward and they rip out his tongue. As they rip out his tongue, you can hear from inside of his throat the dhikr of Amir al-Mu'minin alayhi salam. In the poetry it states, it says that his daughter comes in front of him. And imagine a daughter seeing her father cut, crucified. You know what he says? He says, daughter, get out of my way, because at the moment I am drenched, intoxicated in the wilaya of Amir al-Mu'minin. I'm feeling his love in my heart. Get out of the way, don't disturb me. And Maytham leaves this world like this.